Hey everybody, I am Shanae Arvey, and this is
Stephanie Barclay.
I have invited Stephanie on to talk to me about products, ingredients, and the way that we're going to sell them. So the way this is going to be formatted is we're going to talk about the product and like one or two key ingredients that you need to know. Then we're going to talk about the problem it solves and how we're going to sell each product. When there's multiple products in a specific category, why you want this one versus that one. And then I hope that you guys are either printing a worksheet that I'll put on my blog with this, or just write master copy on a catalog and take notes so that you are ready with answers for your customers and for yourself. Okay, so let's start with one of those categories that I was talking about. Let's start with FOMO. Okay, so we were talking before this, and Stephanie said, okay, people are going to be like, why do we have so many face washes? So let's first of all talk about this one, and then let's compare, contrast, talk about what we need.
Don't you love the way this one smells though?
So much.
It smells so good. So good. Just like blueberry yogurt. I think with the FOMO, this is going to be a great one for combination skin. When you squeeze it out, it is very creamy and it does have a really thick, juicy lather. And so you know that it's cleaning and getting deep into those pores and giving you a really thorough clean. It has blueberry seed in it, which will help brighten and soothe the skin. It has the yogurt as a probiotic, and then it also has lactic acid, which is a chemical exfoliant. Manual exfoliation happens when you scrub, scrub, scrub.
And that
Chemical
foam encourages you to like do that.
Yes.
Allie also said, I love that you're like combination skin. Allie said the foam is specifically designed to like cut through some of that oil in your T zone, right?
Hmm.
So if you're like me, like you can see I'm like glowy here, and then I have dry, dry, dry. So I'm combo. This is going to cut through some of that oil in my T zone.
And if you have any sort of oil, I'm like an oil slick all the time, but if you have that type of oily skin, you know that something has, it's almost like it has to like slice through that layer of grease. That sounds so disgusting. I
We're girls, we're here.
So that's what the lactic acid will do. It's a
Okay.
chemical exfoliation. It will it will do that for
So this is one that I was like, okay, I see where this fits, but I would have put it kind of the same as Kaylin it. So I asked Allie specifically about that, and she was like, no, Kaylin it would be more of a detox, like more for like all the way oily versus combination. She's like, both of them are good for combination skin. If you have someone who does have combo skin, like have them try both. But this one really is going to be designed, just like you said, to cut through that oil, where kaolin is going to be more of that nice deep clean. Would you agree with that assessment?
Yes, and I think this would be a great one for teenagers.
Mm, it's
So,
gentle.
yep.
Yeah.
And it's sweet. Yeah. So no, I think exactly what you said.
Okay, so for teenagers then, so let's kind of go through it. We have several options for cleaning your face. So let's kind of be like, okay, this one is for this one's for this. So in some ways, I almost feel like I would sell this as like for younger skin, just like you were just saying, combination skin. If someone wants an exfoliating version, it would be complexion perfection, would be in
Yes.
this kind of range. Is that what you would say?
Yes.
Okay, and then we have like kaolin it for more combination skin, but maybe older, more mature skin,
Wiser.
more mature
Wise.
skin, and then yeah. And then if people want an exfoliating wash, that would be BFF. If we're going purely for anti-aging dry skin, exactly right is where it's at.
Mhm. Yes.
And then
Exactly right is what I would market to anyone over 55, probably.
I use exactly right every night to take off my makeup.
Yeah.
And when I'm doing a party, I always say, "And I'm 50." And then I'm like, "Just kidding." Look how good it works, you guys. It doesn't really work. Okay. And then I actually really tout right back at you as almost a necessity for anyone who has combination skin. I use it every other night. So I would almost say that's like a bonus. Like, this isn't what I wash my face with every single night, but it is so effective. I almost use it like a mask that you can use more regularly.
Mhm. A spot treatment too. Because
Oh,
of the sulfur in it, it's
yeah.
great as a spot treatment.
Okay. So hopefully those tips are going to help. And if you have someone who isn't using an exfoliating version of anything and they do have more mature skin, call it even is an absolute necessity. So that's something you're definitely going to want to work into your routine.
Call it even for me is what helps me with blackheads. As
Mm,
someone with really oily and textured and skin that gets congested, like different times hormonal cycles,
mhm.
I add Call It Even in once a week, and I feel like especially on my nose and my chin, it's what is the game changer for my blackheads, for
Yeah.
controlling the black.
I love that you said texture and
Mhm.
evenness. That's where I notice a huge difference for me. So, okay, we have talked through. Oh, I
Mm.
was so excited to
We
see
just
why.
smell them.
Yes. Oh, they smell amazing.
Ooh.
They do smell amazing. I was really excited to see wipes in our lineup again, and I will say this is kind of an indulgence for me because it's just like convenience, right? So,
Mhm.
talk to us about Don't Rind If I Do.
Good about these is unlike a lot of other face wipes on the market, these are not drying because they are chock full of hyaluronic acid.
Mhm.
And hyaluronic acid is the most on trend, all inclusive
We're
um,
seeing it in so many things.
skincare gold, Korean skincare influenced ingredient on the market right now. Hyaluronic acid, it sounds like a scary word because acid, I think people look at it and think acid that's going to burn or that's going to dry. It is not. Hyaluronic acid is moisture, moisture, moisture. So these are great to use as a pre-cleanse, as a makeup remover, or as just something solid for your skin routine.
I know a lot of people use wipes as part of a two-step process, right? Like they'll wash their face and then make sure all the makeup is off, or just to take off your makeup. Um, let's talk just really quickly about how important it really is to clean your skin at night.
If you're not a skincare fanatic and if washing your face twice a day is just too much for you, and if you're only going to pick one time, do it at night.
Mm-hmm.
Do it at night because you are out and about in the day. You're at the ballparks, or you're at work, or you're at the grocery store, and you're out in the sun, and you're um, the weather, and there's so many free radicals and sun and sweat and dirt and wind and pollen. You have to take that off of your face at night to let your skin breathe.
All of that pollution, it causes like oxidation faster to your cells, which causes more aging
Mhm.
and all of those things. So making sure like that's these truly are like a lazy girl hack. But let me tell you how I use them. And Stephanie's like, oh, please do not tell the world this. But listen, I do the most important part. I do my full skincare routine at night. I am a night showerer. I am a night care for my skinner. In the morning, I'll just do a quick wipe to make sure it's still clean, and then I add, my other skincare stuff, and then I go. Because if I have to choose which time I'm gonna be more efficient or, more thorough, I'm gonna do it at night. That is one way that I use these. Um, taking your makeup off is so important. I love like green tea also helps with inflammation, and puffiness, so that's gonna be a really good one. Same thing with cucumber. So, these are
Yeah.
yes, very soothing. So these are definitely something I am going to be selling these as like, are you horrible like me and need a replacement for a double wash? Okay, but these are awesome for people who are younger or feel like they don't have time or frequently skip those steps, this is like a little hack that's still going to be better than nothing and going to get that skin clean and where it needs to be.
Toss this in a gym bag for your teens.
Mm, yeah.
Football season is starting, and I see a lot in the fall. The football helmet, it causes so much tension and congestion right around here. Um, I'm not going to say it's for only boys because girls could use this too, but
Yeah.
I will toss this in my teens' gym bag and say, wipe this on your face after practice, and it will at least clean a little bit until they can get home, and you can kind of force them to do that double cleanses at night.
Let's move on to we have 2 eye creams. I only have 1 in my possession. I will have the other one very, very soon. So let's kind of talk through the differences between What's Up and I Know, right?
Right? What's up is for my impish eye lovers. For any of those OG consultants uh or customers who loved impish eyes, this is your new and improved impish eyes times 10. It's full of vitamin C, which is for brightening. And so when you have that mommy 6:30 drop off in the morning, tap that under your eyes and it will give you a brighter, more energized look. And it has caffeine. And we know what caffeine does for those bags. It kind of sucks them in. And this will wear really well under makeup. So after you do your morning skincare routine, put that on. And then you can put I load on the under eye concealer, but that's this is something that would wear really well throughout the day.
Let's look tight and bright, ladies. Yeah. So,
And
and
right for
that's
those eyes.
yeah, and I think that honestly in the name, it like speaks for itself and it is marketed with a light bulb, right? This is for lightning under this is just going to be so good for those bags.
I know, right? That's the one we don't have. It comes in a tub, correct? That's what.
It's like this size.
Do you want to describe the consistency a little bit, like what it feels
Yes.
like?
So, I Know Right is much thicker. Did blend in wonderfully for me when I tried it on. So, everyone's just gonna have to try what works for them, right? Everyone's skin is different, but I Know Right is a little bit thicker than What's Up, which is also why this is gonna wear so great under makeup. But both of them really do go in really nicely.
They blend really nicely. The I know right is full of our HA, that hyaluronic acid again. This is going to be a lot more for intense hydration. The ingredients are similar to that of the Defiant eye cream that we had a few years ago. That
I
was a great eye cream, and everybody loved that. So this really good moisture, way more intense hydration, and like you said, would be good at nighttime. I think the What's Up would be great in the morning, and this I Know Right would be great at night, where you can really let it soak in to those bags and those fine lines overnight. I'm not trying to flip you off. Those fine lines overnight, and
that was
not have
such
to
a ring finger.
not try to put makeup on over it. Just really let it soak in.
Yeah, and for me, I did at Uncon when I had both available. I tried both. They were both fine. If someone is choosing one or the other, I would almost be like, this is like a little bit younger skin. I Know Right is going to be for preventative aging, and if you're already aged, then
If
it's gonna be
you were alive in the 90s, you need an eye cream. I don't think you're ever too young for an eye cream, ever.
I agree, and I wish I would have started younger personally,
Oh,
but I definitely this is something I'm super, super excited about, and then I definitely need that more care at night. So, um, both is great. One at night, one in the morning, layering them totally works. If someone is choosing one or the other, maybe kind of assess where they are in their uh, working towards being preventative, aging processes. Would you agree with that?
yes.
And I actually really want to touch really quickly on our price point and how
Mm.
honestly you can get both for $50. I think that I will be selling this duo, like, prevent aging and brighten your eyes for just $50. Let's talk serums. I have Plump Up the Jam right here, and surprise, guess what it has?
Hyaluronic acid. Okay. The I keep yelling hyaluronic acid. We know it's good for moisture, but let me tell you why it's good for moisture. So, hyaluronic acid holds 1,000 times its molecular weight in water. So, you are putting this on your skin, and think of it almost like a plant. You're putting it on your skin. When you water a plant, it has to soak down into those roots, into those other layers of dirt. It can't just sit on top in order to nourish the plant. You kind of got to get into the deep insides too. And that's what this is. It doesn't just sit on top of your skin, it's going to soak past the epidermis, which is that outer layer, into the other layers of skin and hydrate it on a molecular level.
Okay, well, that's really cool.
Also, though, with hyaluronic acid, it will evaporate if you don't put something on over it.
Mm,
So you use this, and then you need to put your 911 or your night and day or whichever your favorite moisturizer is in over it so that it keeps it in there. And then it will continue to draw in that moisture from the environment or from your lotion, and it keeps your skin hydrated all day long. That was kind of a bit of a scientific nerdy answer, but like
no,
we're
I'm
pre
kinda geeking
listen,
out. Like, I didn't know
yeah,
because
like
I'm
we
always
preach
like,
about the ingredient, but have to tell you why it's so cool.
it is so
So
cool. That is so cool, and I feel like we actually use that verbiage a lot when we're talking about, like, kaolin clay or, like, detoxing, but to hear it from moisture, like, yeah, hello, okay, we all need that.
there's a difference in moisture and hydration. And moisture, yeah, I'm adding that moisture back into my skin after I wash it. And even the oiliest of skin still needs moisture. But if I'm not hydrating my skin the same way you would a plant, it's um, it's not going to maintain its health in the
Okay,
long
so
run.
let me ask you a dumb question that maybe I should have asked before we started recording, but, like, this would probably be really good for people with oily skin then, because a lot of people's oily skin is a reaction to not being properly hydrated.
I oil slick. I mean, you can see I like put makeup on right before this video, and you can see that I am shiny. I use a hyaluronic acid serum from another company because we didn't have one.
And now we do.
I know, and I
Okay.
have this. So yes, because my skin is oily, but I still have to keep those cells hydrated at a molecular level in order for my skin to stay healthy. Um, Dry
Okay.
skin twice a day, oily skin at night.
Okay. Perfect. Fancy plants would be more like preventative aging,
Yes.
and then guilt trip is like the big guns.
Yeah. Well, and you layer them. Use this if you're trying to turn back time, put this on and then put guilt trip over it, followed by a moisturizer, and you have all three. If you are in your 20s and you're just wanting to look lighter and brighter, just use this.
With like
But this
9-1 or something. Yeah.
it really will give you an inner glow.
Mm.
You know how when you look at somebody and say, "Oh, you're looking kind of glowy today," it's because you're nourishing it into that deeper levels of the skin, and it's not just sitting on the surface.
Like here, let's talk about calm, cool, and collected.
Okay, this is another one I did not see in person.
I have smelled
So,
it, I have tried it on my and
okay,
actually, so, what was the mask we used to have? Spossum? Or that was a soap, maybe.
so
It is a scent similar to that, but it's much lighter. So it's a much
ooh,
lighter, so it's like spa light, but I
okay.
am so excited to have a mask with CBD.
CBD is very on trend. Um, we love it. We're learning why it's so beneficial for the skin. It has 100 milligrams per
Mhm,
bottle, I believe is what it said, right? So CBD is amazing for rosacea, for calming, for soothing, for soreness. It's like I mean, it really is everything we have is spa-like, but this is very, very spa-like.
Okay, Stephanie. So let's go through every single one of these masks with just like a sentence or two to make it really easy to target who who needs these? What problems are they solving? And let's start
Okay.
with that. I was like, okay, why both? So very sleepy and cool, calm, cool, and collected.
Very sleepy is um is kind of your basic go to one step easy mask that you could even put that on a child. You
Mhm.
know, it
So
it has the
gentle.
melatonin. It's
Yeah.
so gentle.
Yeah.
It's easy peasy. It has the lavender, which is soothing. It has the melatonin. It's um, it's an overnight mask for your skin that that you wake up and it just leaves it feeling very satin-like
Oh,
for
I
tired, stressed skin.
perfect. Okay, so how does that compare to calm, cool, and collected?
Calm, cool, and collected is like your trendy bougie mask. And I
Mm.
hear people saying that word bougie all the time, and I had to look it up. I was like, I don't know what that means. Um, but it's like fancy. Like, oh, I feel fancy when I use this. Calm Cool and Collected has the CBD in it,
Mhm.
which is so good for your skin, but it also has niacinamide. I'm gonna go Bill Nye on you a little bit again. We're not afraid of big words. Niacinamide. I
Hi.
can't spell it. Like I
Maybe
don't think I
you
can
can
write it down,
say
but I
it.
can say it. Niacinamide. Niacinamide is B3 vitamins,
Okay.
essentially, if you break it down. So and it's listed right there in the catalog, so you will have customers ask you what it is. It's
Yeah.
a B3 vitamin, so you are getting that calming, cooling effect, but you also are getting a massive infusion of vitamins for your skin.
Okay. So and it really does have so many more features to it like that CBD has. I know CBD is good for like anti-inflammatory properties or whatever.
Mhm.
So, puffiness and other things like that. So that is going to be amazing. And then you were talking about pigmentation issues and that this would be a good one for that, which welcome to my hormone
If
life.
you're over 35, you're kind of starting to see some age spots a little bit, and that comes from the free radicals in the environment. Free radicals means pollution, that ickiness that is out in the environment, and that's another thing that niacinamide B3 combats is those free radicals. And free radicals do cause premature aging if we aren't cleaning them and taking them off of our skin.
Yeah. I'm so excited to start using this one in my routine.
The smell, what does it smell like?
Oh, okay.
Spa-like, you said?
Yes, it is very spa-like, but and I think I used the example of Spasm, which used to be one of our chunk soaps, but it's like a much lighter version of that. So it is just going to be very soothing, not overpowering. It was such a nice texture and such a wonderful scent. So I'm really excited to use Calm, Cool, and Collected. Okay, so let's talk about like chemical attraction. How about that one?
Okay, that's another thing. It's chemical exfoliation. So, like I said, physical exfoliation is the act of you being physical, actually rubbing dead skin off of yourself. Chemical exfoliation comes from the alpha hydroxy acids,
Okay.
which means you have the dead skin, you have the flaky skin. The alpha hydroxy acids come in and break up the glue that's holding all that dead skin together so it can wash away.
Yeah, so, like, exfoliation, good for,
Exfoliation,
texture,
texture,
brightening.
brightening,
Okay,
uh, clearing out those pores. It's another one that I will use on my nose and my chin to combat with blackheads. It's not something you would use every day. It's not even something I would use 3, 4 times a week
okay,
because it is strong, but
mhm,
in a good way.
yeah, okay, and kind of the same like, stripper I use all the time is, like, a spot
Mhm.
treatment. I love to use it for my pits. We see people do that all the time.
I did
Um,
it last
yeah,
night.
it's one that I like to use after I've been like on an airplane, right? So stripper, we're pretty good with. What about like don't needle me?
Don't needle me is your Botox in a bottle. It's a natural Botox alternative. And because it is natural, it has a plant-based retinol in it too. So because I mean you will see an immediate effect
Mhm.
because of the ingredients in it, but it is not something that's going to last you throughout the week. Like Botox, the Don't Needle Me would be like a great date night mask,
Mhm.
or if you have a presentation, or if you want to look youthful that next day, because it will temporarily tighten and lift that skin.
Mhm. And so it's like a
And
makeup.
retinol is really good for cell turnover too.
Okay. Oh, that's good to know.
Mhm.
So, that's definitely one that I use like once a week, kind of like
Yep.
call it even, just really helping to like promote the appearance of my skin right now today. Okay,
Yep.
so and then the last one is show me the honey.
Show Me the Honey. I actually love, um, I don't even use this one on the face. You can use it on the face, but I love this one for eczema. And I love this for when my kids everybody's washing their hands so much
That chap.
right now.
Mhm,
The chafing. Yes, I love this one for dry chapped lips.
mhm. Or
You
like
could
this
use.
spot that I have right this is new.
Yep,
Why?
because you just changed climates. Because
I
you were just in humidity and now you're not.
I know. We
Use your pink. Use your hyaluronic acid.
I'm going
Uh,
to. Redness, irritation, anything
yes.
like that, it's phenomenal for that. Okay, perfect. So, the other ones I don't think need as much of an introduction, but let's kind of still go through them. We have this the give it a rest.
Just
The
to give it
biggest
a rest.
the biggest thing I'm hearing about this one, we all loved Mad for Mag. We truly did. I do want to kind of set this up by saying the scent of Mad for Mag was a proprietary thing with the other vendor, and so the scent is changed. I like the scent. It's not yeah,
Yeah,
it's not lavender, it's kind of like a light fruity, is that how you would describe it?
I think so. Too, but it is a light fruity scent.
Yeah, I really like it. I like how it
I like
smells.
it a lot. I some people are saying they smell the same. This smells better than Mad for
Mm,
Mac to me.
okay.
So
So, magnesium. Yes?
magnesium releases tension. Magnesium is so good for the body. So um, sore feet or sore legs or shoulders. I use it. I went paddleboarding yesterday and I came home and I'm getting older and admittedly I was very sore and I put this on my feet and my calves and they felt so relaxed.
Love, love, love. Of course, very sleepy is very easy to talk about. We love our chunk soaps. We love them. This one smells like all things very sleepy.
Mhm.
I mean, there's not
Lavender. Yep, it's the lavender that we love and it has oatmeal.
it
So
really does smell like the other lavender chunk we had.
mad mad for lab? Is that what it's called?
No, Fields?
Oh, feels better soon. Yes, I think it's better though. I
I like
think it's stronger. So this has oatmeal, which is a natural exfoliant. It has tea, which is a good antioxidant slash vitamin for your body, and it has the lavender. So this is very spa-like. This is as relaxing as you could get for your
I love it.
nighttime shower, for your babies,
Yeah.
for
Well, and
kids that need to.
what a cute duo with
Oh, I
our
love it.
mask.
Yeah.
Like okay, and then Meltdown has the CBD. So that's kind of just gonna be the next level. That's another one that I wanted to compare and contrast. So that's gonna be, adding in all those anti-inflammatory properties, with that CBD. Tension, whereas The other one with the CBD is going to help with stress and other things like that.
Really relaxing your whole body.
Okay. Okay, perfect. And just anything with CBD is going to up the price of the product no matter how you look at it, but we also have a really easy way um to add that into any product,
I
right?
love that there's 3 different milligram levels
I know.
now. I
Who's
really like
excited about the 2,500 milligram?
that. All of us are gonna do the 2,500 milligram, like, we will. But we now have the 3 different milligram levels, the 3 different price points.
Mhm.
You have your gateway CBD, maybe for somebody who's just starting out, who wants to kind of try, see how they like it. You
Mhm.
have the 500 for $50.
Yep.
You have the medium CBD for someone who maybe is good at self-regulating on their own. And then you have the 2,500 for someone like me who was like, I can paddleboard and, and jumped on the thing yesterday, and then last night had so many regrets. But
Yes. Well, and
um,
I always tell people, we Posh markets these, as topical,
mhm,
always. That is how we market our CBD. But then I always say as well, they are food grade. They are food grade rated. That's how clean and wonderful they are. For me, I it really does help with my anxiety. Like it's so good. It has been really good for me with my anxiety.
this, uh, I'm going to say the word period on a camera, that I get horrible for 2 days of the month. I am pretty much on the couch with my hot pack and my Advil and a headache, and adding this to a little bit of lotion and rubbing it on my abdomen and lower back, I can function.
I
So
love it.
it
Yeah. Well, I don't
makes a
love that you go through that, but I love that you are finding things that are relieving some of that.
yep, it makes a big difference. And
Awesome.
growing pains on your kid. Do your boys get growing pains in their legs?
Yes, my one that is growing does. Everyone else is short like me.
Nope. I add it to a little bit of honey, and my 12-year-old has instant relief.
Okay, we had to pause because my husband arrived at the office. Okay, so shave it
Okay.
for later. When they were putting this on stage at Uncon, we could smell it at our table. The scent is so yummy, and it really does it's gonna be such an amazing experience in the shower.
This is this is a massive, massive spa-like experience.
Mhm.
I used this yesterday and today. Like, do I need to show you how soft my legs are? Because
I
they're
can
very
see it, and look at
soft.
the socks.
Okay, I get so much crap from my socks, but my feet always get cold. This, I have such a close shave, and living in the dry Utah weather, even if I use a moisturizing shaving cream, I do always have to put on a lotion directly out of the shower because my legs still feel dry. I did not do that yesterday and today,
Yeah,
so I
and
did not have to.
it's so moisturizing. I really feel like this is gonna be so great to market to people for shaving sensitive areas. I have to say, like, I have been paying, I'm just gonna say it, $35 for a more intensely hydrating cream to shave sensitive areas, and this is gonna be that for like half the price.
Mhm.
So I'm thrilled about Shave It for Later. It is a conditioning shaving cream. It's
The
awesome.
jojoba oil is so conditioning. The eucalyptus is what's giving it that spa-like experience. I will say it does tingle a little bit, so it's going to be amazing for the sensitive areas, but
But be
maybe
aware.
be aware. And the allotonin, and that is what sinks into your skin to
Yeah.
give it that moisturizing feel.
Oh my gosh, it smells and feels.
Do you think it smells just like So Fresh and So Clean?
Yes.
It's similar, but it's better.
The smell, the texture, all the things. This is absolutely amazing. A tiny bit goes a long way. So when you're
Yes, very
talking about price,
luxurious.
yes, when you're talking about price point and making, a big impact in your routine, they aren't gonna have to buy this again for a very long time. Uber hydrating, and what a great way to treat yourself. Talk about these babies right here. We had these for the summer, so most of us have probably tried them. Um, Such an easy upsell because get a bundle for $32 and take care of your feet for a quarter of the year. And then you'll have to spend $32 again.
Yes.
It's a no-brainer. What would you say to people about those?
This this is what gets your feet. It's an at-home pedicure for those of us who aren't able to leave the house right now, or for those of us who don't have a pedicure in the budget. It is sandal season, and my feet are kind of a mess in the summer because we're all running around outside. We're running around. They're dirty. We're in the dirt. We're at the pool. The foot riddance, the pumice, I really love it because it has sugar, it has salt, and the smell is so strong. It's a beautiful lemongrass
Mhm.
smell. So it's going to give you that manual exfoliation because you'll scrub it all over your feet.
Yeah,
Uh,
I was just gonna say that lemongrass, it is another, I really feel like we're starting to bring it with this, true at-home spa experience.
I keep saying it's so spa-like. It feels so
Mhm.
spa-like, but it it
It
does. It really
does.
does.
I know, it is. And at the beginning, I forgot to talk about the new bundle options. What do you think about that?
Oh, I love the idea, and I think it makes the upsell easier for
Mhm.
us. Don't
Yes.
you?
Oh, yeah. We need something easy, like, if someone makes it to my site and they're like, "Ah, I don't know what I need." "Oh, anti-aging." Yoink. "Oh, I just need, my basic skincare." Yoink. It's just gonna make it so much easier, I think, and especially, we're always trying to make things easier on us as the consultant. That's just a recommendation that you can make so easily, like, "Oh, this is the type of skincare you need. There you go." So, I'm excited about that, and then the last one, is it the last one we need to talk about? Lime in the coconut. Everyone knows what a snarky bar is, and we're just thrilled to have another one. Yeah,
I'm so happy to see Snarky's back.
same, same. They are a Hallmark Posh product, not, that is we have snarky bars, and they are Allie, when she was talking about snarky bars, she's like, "They are aggressive," and we do use that word because we don't want people using snarky bars on their face, which is so true.
If you use a Snarky bar on your face, because uh, please don't, just please. But because of the nut and the fruit powders and the loofah-like ability, you will cut. You will cut. Even if they're not visible cuts, you would get small micro tears on your face if you use this. But I love this for a pre-shave.
Mhm.
It helps a lot with ingrowns because those hairs will get trapped under the skin, and a lot of time just a manual exfoliation isn't enough. You have to do a manual exfoliation with an aggressive exfoliator. And lime in the coconut, that's a scent that we have loved for years.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm thrilled to see that one in there. So, okay, before I let you and your genius of all things off this call, let me ask you what product you think you're the most excited for?
I'm gonna pick two. I
Okay.
would say the hyaluronic acid serum because this is something that you can market to anyone, and no matter what type of skin they have, you will see a benefit. You'll get that inner glow. And then I'm a snarky girl, tried and true, and I feel like I have Marilyn Monroe legs when I use it, and so I needed the snarkies back in my life.
I love it. And
What about you?
I'm gonna say the eye stuff.
Oh yeah,
I
the WhatsApp I'm really excited for.
I'm that would be my number one. but I'm so excited to have both. So,
I I know,
okay,
I
well,
know.
thank you so, 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 so much for your time and your talent and just for being my friend and hanging out with me and talking about products. You're the best.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being you.
You're amazing. Okay, let's go sell some products, everybody.
Yes, bye.
I was just thinking, I'm not even gonna have to edit this video.
That part.
I'm always like, "Plump up the jam, plump it up, plump it."
Oh, now
I
you're
which shows
pumping.
also how old I am,
People
but
that
that's
didn't see the
great.
90s don't know that song.